Hello, Obicrypto VIPs. Those of you in the VIPs, good evening. Happy Sunday to all of you. You remember yesterday we had our live session, our private session here, where we were analyzing Bitcoin. If you all remember this chart, right, where I explained all this behavior that Bitcoin does using this curve. You guys remember, right? Let me compress. You remember this curve, right? This curve like this. All right, let me pick my drawing to my brush. I'm talking about this curve like this. Oh no, undo. I'm talking about this curve like this, right? Now, if you guys remember all the analysis we did yesterday, and where I talked about the fact that look at how Bitcoin react on top of these lines, right? Now, let me show you people something. There is something because I was going through the chart of Bitcoin. That is why, listen, let me tell people something. That is why it's not good for you to always look for somebody that will just give you signal and go. That is not how to make money in this industry. Some of you think it's just that is the easiest way. Just go and pay for signals and then you begin to trade and make money. My brother, a lot of people do that and they are losing money. Because I could give you a signal based on everything I have seen for today. But what about if I wake up tomorrow morning or wake up another day and I began to continue to do some deep research and I see maybe other things that I have not seen before in the market, and I begin to have a different perspective of the market? How do I come back and start telling you, hey guys, don't take that trade, or you know what I'm trying to talk about? Now let me show you something I discovered. Now let's go to the normal Bitcoin chart. Let's just go to the normal Bitcoin chart. Okay, I'm going to pick, this is Bitcoin chart, or perhaps let me just pick let me open up a clean chart that let's pick is it Bitcoin on BitGet. I just want a clean chart. Okay, now this is a very clean chart. Now this is daily chart, right? This is daily. So watch what is happening. You see, if you watch the candles very well, you discover that there is no gap anywhere after this candle. The next candle follow, the next candle follow, the next candle, no gap anywhere. Can you see all these areas? No gap. There is no jump between any of the two candles, right? Now let me show you people something, because a lot of you don't have this data. Let me pick this particular. This is also Bitcoin, right? This is Bitcoin. Okay, this is not the one I want to pick. Okay, this is one I want to pick here. Now this is Bitcoin. Look at it, BTC here. Look at BTC written here, BTC 1 day. Now let me show you people. So let me show you something. Okay, this is the Bitcoin CME futures. Now, did you notice that there's a gap between this candle, this blue candle, and this blue candle? This blue candle happened what day? Look at, follow my cursor. This was what? On Friday, 7th of November 2025. That was when this blue candle formed. And the next one followed on the next one is what? Because mind you, this is daily chart, right? The next one followed what? On the 10th. There's a 2 days gap. Those 2 days, 2 days gap or 3 days gap is what has created this jump that you're seeing here. Maybe you are not seeing it very well. Let me zoom in clearly. Look at the jump I'm talking about here. Okay, between the peak of this candle and the bottom of this candle here. I'm going to put it here. Follow me, just follow me. Okay, so look at, let me zoom in again. Now look at where this, okay, let me bring it down a little bit. So let's put it on top, exactly on top of the candle. Good. Now look at where this, in fact, I'm going to put a line on this. I'll put a line on this. Where do I get that? I'll make it 4. Then let's go like this. Text, no. I'll put a red line, or perhaps yes, I think red is okay. I'll make it, I'll put black line. Okay, I'll put it black. Then I'm going to make it darker. Good. Now take a good look at this now, right? If you pay attention very carefully, you discover that there's a gap between this blue candle, where look at it, where the candle ended here, where I'm pointing right now, where it ended, and where this next candle started from. There's a gap, and that gap, right, is what we have is this box. So I'm going to just write it now. I'll call it gap. Okay, I'll call it gap. Let me increase the font size to maybe 18. Good. I'll call it gap. Right? I'll call it gap. So this gap between here. Now watch what happens. Let's go back to the normal Bitcoin chart that all of you, that most people know about, not this CME features gap, this thing, features, CME features, Bitcoin features. Let's go back to the normal let's just go back to normal BTC. Okay, sorry, I'm gonna pick this one to make it easier for us here. And then now let me pick from, I think, is it BitGet? Okay, let's pick from BitGet. Now let's zoom in again. Remember the dates, right? Remember it was 7th October. Look at it here, right? Look at the candle we're talking about here, this one, 7th of October. So this candle here, this blue candle you're seeing here, formed on the 7th of October, Friday, 7th of November, 7th of November. Then this one formed on the 8th, this one formed on the 9th, and then this one appeared on the 10th. So these two candles, 8 and 9, between these two candles, that is where you have this gap that you are seeing here, the gap that we drew on the other chart. Remember, right? This, I'm talking about this gap here. Are you people getting it now? The gap between this one and this one. So if you look now, we have these two candles here, and we don't have it on these two candles that you are seeing here, these two candles like this. Okay, that's not good. I think I'll just use rectangle. These two candles that you see here now, these two candles that you see here, so now, right, this red and this blue, these two candles are not appearing in the CME futures gap. Why? Because the CME futures contract do not work on Saturdays and on Sundays. It only works Mondays to Fridays. So, but because we can trade Bitcoin 7 days a week, right, all around the clock, so the CME futures contract do not capture whatever we are doing in the Bitcoin market on Saturdays and on Sundays. It doesn't capture it. That's why anytime the CME market resumes, it automatically starts from wherever the price is left, and then that gap is created. Now let's go back to that CME gap of 18. This is the gap I'm talking about. Okay, this is the gap I'm talking about. If you look, those two red candles are not there, because this one, this blue candle, look at it. If you come down to the bottom here, look at it, the bottom here, you can see Friday 7th November, and the next one is what? Monday 10th of November. So there is no 8th of November and 9th of November. The two candles are not here. So the CME gap doesn't capture it. The CME contract doesn't capture it. Now pay attention carefully, because there's where I'm going with this information I'm giving you. Now, do you notice the gap also appearing here between this blue candle and this blue candle? Let me draw it for you now. I'm talking about here to here, here. Okay, let me stretch it. So it's here. Okay, so between this candle and this candle, there's a gap here. Maybe let me just remove this. Let me show you what I mean. Let me draw it so that your eyes will be there. Right, I'm talking about the gap between here to here. There's a gap. Are you getting the point now? Good. So now that you have gotten that, let me return it back. Let me bring back this box. This box is filling up that gap. So there's a gap there. Okay, just pay attention. Look, let's just pay attention. Follow me carefully. I'm leading you somewhere. Just follow me. Okay, now we have another gap here again. We have another gap here. Look at it here. Between here and here, we have another gap like this and this. Okay, so we have another gap here. Good. Let's continue again. We have another gap here. This one is even big, way big. Look at it here, this gap to this gap here. So you see, we have a very long gap. Now, why am I telling you about this gap, and why is it important, and why should you pay attention to this gap, and what do they stand for? What do they mean? Now I'm going to start. Let's start from back to the front. Now here it is. Pay attention to this gap. Whenever this gap is created, whenever this gap here is created, the market, after the market created the gap, the market will go up, but the market must definitely come and crush that gap before the market is allowed to go anywhere. So now what happened? Pay attention here, guys. The market broke this gap, went up, came down, did small yanga and did shakara, did all the guy he wanted to do. At the end of the day, what happened? Vam, it crashed to the bottom. It crashed the entire gap before it started going up. Okay, follow me, or just follow me. Just follow me. Be patient, okay? I'm leading you somewhere. You are getting a top class information. That is why, because you are in the VIP group. Okay, that's the benefit of being in an inner circle, in the VIP. Now, see this gap, the same thing. The market jumped here, created this gap. What happened? The market went up, continue going up, But what happened from here? Bam! It crushed the entire gap, and even continue further, continue going down. Afterward, crushing the gap here. This rectangle box that you are seeing now, right? Okay, good. Let's go to the next gap again. Where do we have another gap? Okay, we have another gap here. Good. The same thing. After we broke and created that gap, we went up, and what happened? We began to come down, and then finally we crushed the gap here. We crushed it, and we went down and continue going down. Do you see it? So once the gap is created, what happened? The market goes up and then come back and crush that gap. So it is not called crushing, it is called filling. Okay, to fill the gap, the CME gap. Now here is another gap here again. Okay, the market, the same thing. From this day, the market did what? Created the gap. We jumped, went up with this green, then we divert into the red, and then we began to go down, and we crashed the gap and continue going down. Are you getting the point now? Now let me show you some. This is where you are watching this video for. This is what you are watching this video for. Now look at the current price of Bitcoin as of today. Today is the 16th of November 2025, exactly 5:56 p.m. on Sunday. Look at the current price of Bitcoin. As you can see right now, $94,365. That's exactly where Bitcoin is right now, right? Good. Now let's go back. Is there any gap that Bitcoin is trying to come and fill? There you go. We have another gap here between this. Let me zoom in. Let me zoom and stretch it. Between this candle, look at it, which happened on the 22nd, Tuesday, 22nd of April, 2025. That was when this candle was created, followed by this other one at the top there. So Bitcoin could actually be coming to fill this gap, to crush this gap the way it has done. So now let's project this gap to the future, because if you look very well, you discover that it has not crushed this gap from anywhere. So let's continue to stretch this gap into the future until where we will find that Bitcoin has crushed this gap. We will continue to stretch. We will continue to go into the future. We will continue to go into the future. We will continue to go into the future. Gangan. Now this is where Bitcoin is as of today. This is the current price. Look at it. Today is what? Come to the bottom here. You see Friday 14th of November, right? That is where this candle started. In fact, CME gap is showing you, because this is where this candle ended on the 14th, right? Because the CME gap right now has closed. Look at it. If you look here, look at this price you are seeing here, 94,365. Can you see it? It's not moving. Look at it very well. This one I'm showing you here. Look at it very well. 94,365. Can you see it? Right? If you see, it's not moving. The price is not moving. But this is the current price of Bitcoin as we speak, 94,241. If you look here now, this candle is not moving. It's just static. Why? Because the market have closed since on Friday. And Friday was what date? Friday was this date that you are seeing here, 14th of November 2025. So this market we resume on Monday. And Monday is going to be 17th. Are you guys getting the point now? So by the time it resumes, expect that, as usual, as I have shown you guys previously before in this video, this price, expect Bitcoin to come and crush this gap here, crush it, and maybe continue going down. We don't know, but it will come and crush it. Then before we can say, okay, we are qualified to start going up. Okay, Now let me compress the entire screen so that you see the full detail, you see everything. So this is it. Sorry, so this is the entire gap, this gap here. Since when? Since April, Bitcoin is coming right now gradually to come and fill the gap. Let me remove this thing, shift it a little bit. So Bitcoin is coming now to crush this gap before we can start going up. I have proven it to you people. I've shown you people at different occasions here how Bitcoin crushes those gaps. They are called CME gap. Look at it sitting here. You can see Bitcoin CME futures, CME gap. So it's coming down to fill that gap. Now, to fill this gap completely, where will the price be? What will the price of Bitcoin be to completely fill up that gap? I'm going to put this line here. Follow this line to the back, to the right. Can you see 91,800? So we're expecting Bitcoin to come around 91,000 from the current price of $94,000 right now. We're expecting Bitcoin to crash to 91,000 and fill up this gap. Okay, so guys, I hope you understand what I have just explained. Now let's go back to the normal chart of Bitcoin. For those of you in the VIP who attended the training yesterday, now you remember, like I said earlier, I showed you people, I think it was on Filmex, I showed you people this behavior that Bitcoin does, right? That whenever Bitcoin touches this curve line, is going to go up. So now if we say, okay, whenever Bitcoin touches this line, it's going to bounce off. But here's the thing, right? This line, we drew it and it can be adjusted at any time. Watch what will happen now. See, let me show you people something. Follow me here. Do you see? Anytime Bitcoin touches the line like it did here, it went up. It came down, it touches the line, it shoot up. It came down, touches the line, it shoot up. Now it has come and it's touching this line again. But mind you, don't be so deceived. Don't be too quick to be deceived, because Bitcoin may have not completely come down yet. So this line can always be adjusted. Now watch what I am saying. I can decide to shift this line like this. Now watch what I'm going to do and why I'm doing that. Watch it carefully. I'm going to delete this so that we can have these things clearly here. Okay, so we can have, because see, we're expecting Bitcoin to come to the CME gap at 91,800. Now let's search for where 91,800 is. 91,800 should be somewhere around here. Let's just keep it at 91,500. Okay, now we're going to keep it here, so we'll keep it somewhere around here. Good. So Bitcoin may actually pump from wherever it is. From this point now, Bitcoin can come down to this region here. Yes, it can do that. Okay, now if it does that, some of you will be like, okay, what then happens to that our curve line that we were drawing? Okay, good. Let me show you now. That is why I said every technical analysis is done manually and can be adjusted. Mind you, is this arrow, right? I am simply going to click this line and bring it back. Bam. And Bitcoin is still touching the line. It's still behaving according to what I have told you guys yesterday, that anytime we touch the line, we'll do what? We move up. So if you zoom in now, you will see that we still have a long journey to go in order to touch this line perfectly, right? In order to also clear the CME gap and touch the line as well. So we have a long way to go from the current price of Bitcoin right now at 94,200. You can see Bitcoin crash to somewhere around where is this thing? Okay, I want to draw this thing closer. Okay, yes, exactly. So we can have Bitcoin come down from here to here, touch this line and begin to go up. Probably if Bitcoin decides to say no, it wants to go below and it wants to come and clear this fair value gap here, or it wants to come and clear this support region that we have here, and this is the support region I'm talking about, from here to here, like this, right? This whole jantis that happen here, this whole mathematics, this small candle go up, come down, go up, come down, go up, all of them just seated in one particular place, causing a lot of heavy weight around this region. We can project this into the future, and you can see Bitcoin come down here to clear this liquidity that is buried here, because this is a very serious liquidity buried around this area. Okay, this area here, this small candle you see, those are liquidity. and Bitcoin always, the market will always go to clear liquidity the same way it cleared this liquidity that you are seeing here. Okay, these ones like this, look at them, right? You see them, small candle. These small candle, they are like small idiots. They are the one that will always cause trouble, and price must come back and react to them. And you can see Bitcoin is currently in that region right now as you are watching this video. Let me take this back a little bit. Bitcoin is currently inside this box that is housing all these small clusters of candle. So Bitcoin may also come down here to also clear these guys here, these small guys. It may also need to come down there, and if that happens, you can draw this thing down here and adjust this our black line to perfectly fit into the curve. I hope that is clear. I thought I should explain this for those of you in the VIP who attended the training yesterday. So guys, if you're watching me right now and you are not in the VIP, I want to tell you that you are missing a lot. You are missing a lot. Please try and join the VIP. Please try and join the VIP. Money will flow through crypto. Okay, millionaires and billionaires will be built through crypto. The question now is, are you willing to be among those billionaires? And if you are willing, the question I have for you is that what are you willing to sacrifice? Because for you to achieve anything in life, you must sacrifice something. And when I say sacrifice, let me tell you what I mean by sacrifice. I'm not saying you should go and do spiritual sacrifice or whatever. Here's the thing. If you want to be a medical doctor, you must sacrifice your time. Go to the university, do your practicals, go to lab, study your books, pass your exams, write your tests, pass all these things. That is sacrifice you are making in order for you to become a doctor in the future. If you want to be a lawyer, the same thing. You must go to school, read books, read different type of law, both local law, international law, all types of laws. You will read them and do all of that. That is you sacrificing and investing your time, knowledge, and intellectual capacity to become a lawyer. Now, in crypto, what are you willing to sacrifice? Are you willing to sacrifice ordinary $100 so you can be a member of the Obicrypto VIP group? That way you'll be able to build just $100, and a lot of you are complaining $100 only, and you'll be in that group for the rest of your life. There's no renewal. You'll be in that group for the rest of your life. You'll be getting top analysis and lectures and training from time to time. I don't do it every day, but you'll be getting it from time to time. By the time you're in that group for 3-4 years, your life would have changed. You may join the group today and your life will not change in the next 1 week or 2 weeks. But in the next 1 or 2 years, you will give praise to God. You will thank yourself for taking that decision to join the Obicrypto VIP group. Well, my name is Obicrypto with over 9 years plus of experience in the cryptocurrency market space. Guys, I have a lot I like to teach and share with you guys. And all I ask you to do is subscribe and follow me on all platforms, especially YouTube. I'll see you guys in the next one. Obicrypto over and out.
This is not a financial advice. Do your own research.
Obicrypto, hey, money they grow. No good don't make you savvy road. Every update, it makes sense. Crypto knowledge, not the main flex.